This is Julie Duran, and you're listening to CHSR 97.9 FM in Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Some of the best holiday moments come from memories, the excitement of snow days, holiday treats, or time spent with family and friends. Take a moment to look back and appreciate those memories and find ways to make new ones for this year. And don't forget to take pictures. Wishing you a happy and jolly season from everyone at CHSR.
Happy holidays from your friendly neighborhood community radio station. We're like that webhead guy, only we don't prowl around the town stopping crimes. Actually, we're nothing like that guy.
When you use a WarAmps key tag, you're giving yourself peace of mind, and you're supporting the CHAMP program for child amputees. If you lose your keys, the WarAmps can return them to you by courier with the help of your personalized key tag. Key return by courier. It's simple, fast, and it's free. What's more, thanks to your support, child amputees receive the artificial limbs they need to lead active lives. Order your key tags at 1-800-250-3030 or waramps.ca.
In a world where worms live in the folds of your brain, every Friday at 9, 2 men and 1 horse will get their greasy little fingers and hooves into those folds. Synapse Radio on CHSR. Music for brain massage.
Ladies, it's been too long. I've forgotten how things work. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 427 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast, coming to you live on 97.9 FM CHSR. Excuse me, my voice is going, and I haven't even started yet. That is not a good sign.
Are we streaming live on the Book of Faces, my man?
We are. It's a little bit slow for some reason. It's kind of taking its hot second to...
there it is.
There it goes.
We are now live. Good evening, Fredericton.
So,
and good evening to anybody in the library department who might be listening tonight.
Actually, the study hall is full. However, there's apparently no students. I didn't go to university, so I don't know how this whole thing works. But supposedly there's no classes now, I guess, till next year.
Oh, yeah. My friend, an old boy of mine, works up there. I talked to him last night for a while, and he's good stuff.
Yeah.
And I figured I might as well say hi, because how often do I get to have somebody who works in the library amongst our friends? My scepter.
I noticed that.
I found it. I found the royal the royal scepter made out of an apex barrel, and I know that's whoever paintball whatever, but I keep looking at it and it's Spectre. So this was once Blofeld's personal item. This was part of his hopper kit when
love it.
When Blofeld played ball on the weekends. This was his hopper. So this is old school. So this is my
nice
relic.
Man.
And welcome to my new digs. I apologize. I need to get a new background. I'm thinking green screen, and you can put me in cool places. Simon's room painted that aggressive green. We might be able to use that.
Actually, you know what?
Hey, Eli, what's going on? Hi, Chris.
You keep talking. I'm going to play with something here.
It's like aggressively green, and I think we could like do something with that background. Hi, Explore Paintball. It's nice to see you, buddy.
We could. The downside, though, is that it has to be done on your end, not my end. So I can't mess with it, which kind of sucks. It would have been fantastic if I could have like switched things, because I was just thinking now, I was like, oh, green screen. I could probably green screen his jersey right now, but I can't.
No, but we're going to talk about it off the air, how we can use his bedroom to record that thing, because, I mean, how are we going to go live on Christmas Day? We're not going to do that to you people. Nobody deserves to listen to us on Christmas Day, but I have been told that there is a little something that's going to be dropped on Christmas Day for you guys, just for you, because we love you. Nothing fancy. It's really nothing. But since we're not going to be up here on Christmas Day, it's just a little blurb, but we figured it'd be fun.
Yeah.
A little something to look forward to. That's why I don't have much in the way of Christmas set up yet. It's kind of off screen.
I've got
Today is the Queen Mom's birthday, so now Christmas is allowed to exist.
Let me show you what we have here. Hold on.
What do you got? I'm not getting up, so. Ooh, that is like more festive than my place.
Right? So I don't know who did it. Somebody set them all up, but
I'm really annoyed by this, and I'm really sorry for that.
It's all good, bro.
It's
all
fine.
good.
It's like two people watching, and I love them for it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you can
Right.
suffer.
It's two people, and then and somebody passed out on a couch listening to the radio. Um,
Yeah.
what was
So
it
it's
go?
been a
What was
couple
I going to
weeks.
say? I was going to
It's
say
nice
something.
to be back.
Yes. Yes. Last week was the roads were garbage, and due to the garbage roads, two things happened. One, I couldn't get anyone to watch my daughter, and two, I didn't want to go out on the roads, so I didn't.
That's fair.
That's what I thought. You know what? I was like, you know what? I'm
shade, man.
gonna play it safe. And this week, today's been hectic, dude. I was in Halifax this morning. Drove
One of us
in.
needs to focus.
Go on.
Either of us are, like, I'm running with ADHD, like, ready, and I mean, there's him, so.
Yeah,
Unless he means the cameras need to focus, in which case.
I can't. They're webcams. But anyways,
I did find those two microphones you gave me.
which ones?
The ones that you gave me way back with the little box that we were going to try to use for
Oh,
the pocket
nice.
mic instead of the blue snowball. During the purge, I found them, and I set them aside. So
Good,
they're over
because
there.
they're worth a good chunk of money. Don't throw them out. Sell them. I don't need them. I have.
I probably could use them for something.
Yeah,
but,
sure we can find a use for 'em.
now, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It is sad. Moncton Paintball is closed. The last airsoft game got nixed because, I mean, the weather was just pooched. So
Oh, yeah.
now the planning begins. My obsessive planning, because I'm doing stuff. Like, I got things to do, places to go, people to see. People have messaged there will be partying. We have got a wild one there already in October, so that's a long ways off. Definitely going to harass enemy at some point. Like, that's my intention. Like, season opener, that's where we're going. And by we, I mean probably just me, but I
Probably.
might just roll up.
But-
I might just roll up and tell you to get your ass get in the truck.
If I
Like,
could
let's go.
swing it, I mean,
There's-
it's the
I'm just gonna do it because apparently Brittany gets to dictate whatever she wants. Well, now guess what? I'm dictating. Daddy, we go. We party.
as long as I'm back. The hard part is being back in time for work. That's the issue.
You can work remote, especially if we're in the truck. I've seen you do it.
I technically can. Yes.
I know you can. Just like minutes before we went live, my Johnny Cage sunglasses came in.
Your $500 sunglasses.
They are not $500. They were $120 brand new then, and I paid $50 shipped
Not bad.
to my door.
Not
It's
bad.
still a 50 number, I guess. I'm fine with that. I'm happy. Just continue my adventure with sunglasses.
Oh crap, look at this update coming in from Explorer. Just started doing some more uploads, and I'll have a new video every week until July.
Send the links.
Yeah, he's been dropping them in the Discord.
He always does.
Yeah,
And
which I'm actually going to drop the link to the Discord right now because
we are going to definitely do our promote your stuff episode.
I think that's going to happen. I'm thinking maybe end of January, near the beginning of February, when people have recovered from the Christmas spending.
Yeah, it would have been good, but we're slack.
It would have been. We're
We've
slack. We also just chaos, man. Chaos. It's brutal. I'm settling into my new role though. Things are good. Things are happening. Exciting. Like I said, I was in Halifax for the last 3 days. That was intense.
I thought you were dead, so I'm glad to see you're alive.
No, yeah, it was what, Tuesday morning. Got to the office, left at noon. Was in Halifax that evening, and then there's like a reception, and then like there's like a meet and greet, and then we all go back to our rooms, and then we get up in the morning, and then it's all day. It's like breakfast, and then meetings, and then lunch, and then meetings, and then a reception, and then a Christmas party, and then it's up in the morning, and it's just like paperwork, and then we go home, and it's like holy crap, it doesn't
Eli,
stop.
I'm feeling that, by the way. This Canada Post thing. Sorry to interrupt, but
No.
my mask is still sitting in the Canada Post, and I've seen like 3 or 4 white bottom masks go up that I could have just bought, and I am holding out now. Like there's a spot in Fredericton I could send you to right now to go buy me my white and black mask, but on principle, damn it,
There you go.
Not doing it.
It's on principle, damn it.
Some Andrew Gagnon didn't know we had a Discord. The Kaiser.
Yeah.
Tisk. What it is his information gathering team isn't as good as ours.
It's true.
I know there's a C1D Discord. I just don't care. I'm just messing with you. I really do love C1D. I'm in one of their chats, actually, one of their messenger groups, and I thoroughly enjoy it because they're all so funny. And now I know where the Kaiser sleeps. I keep moving, so he can't find me.
Yeah, right? It's almost like you're on the run from somebody.
This is parts unknown. That is a peculiar... I intend to go invade the Kaiser's home next summer. That'll be a fun little trip.
That'll be exciting.
Actually, I'm going to bring, if you don't come, because you always get first crack at any trips I go on, obviously. I'm probably going to bring Patty, my buddy Tim, and I'm just going to bring my Silent Shadow, and I'm just going to unleash him on the Quebecers, and I think it'll be the funniest thing in the world because they're going to chirp him because he's a tat carré, and he's not going to understand them. And he's just going to go with the basic, you're French, haha, which is fine because that's what they have. But it'll be fun just to take him with me. Kind of just throw someone in the car and drive them to whoever. Just a random friend. Jump in the car. We're going to go for a weekend, play paintball somewhere, go to Enemy, and bring one random person with me. Almost be worth recording that.
Almost. It would be funny.
The Paintball Mafia. Why would I run from them?
Really, though, right? There we
It's
go.
our thing. And then my stroke of genius that I had like just before the show, because
which
I was playing around online and I was talking. I had like a nostalgia moment about those RC Tycho rebounds that would bounce and they would roll over and they could always they could self-right, but
there was no top or bottom to them.
To me, that's like the perfect RC car. And I was kind of talking with my friend Dr. Bong, and he's big into RC, and his rig is like huge. The tires are massive. And I said, wouldn't it be cool to put an armored shell on that and cruise around the paintball field while we're playing? Yes, you need to be close enough to it to operate it. So
I was thinking about that in the last few seconds.
Screw it, grow a set. It's paintball. It's not going to hurt that much. Don't shoot at the guy with the RC thing in his hand. It's going to happen. Protect yourself. But
have you seen? Look at the. Why am I so echoey? I feel like I'm echoey.
Who was it? Wasn't it the Lowe's that were into RC cars?
No. Seabreeze.
Seabreeze guys.
That's where it's kind of funny, where it's like if you were to like just show up with an RC car at a paintball field, there like a certain field in Nova Scotia, there would be a very bittersweet moment because they lost the best field in the Maritimes to RC cars. But now, hear me out though. So you're talking about like, oh well, you'd have to be on the field. Don't shoot the guy with the RC controller. However, have you seen the distance that some of those drones can go? And they maintain a connection at like 1.5, 2 kilometers. Like it's outrageous. So
you're right.
That little bit of tech can be slapped onto an RC car, and it doesn't need to be an expensive, fancy RC car. It needs to be a cheap little RC car that can take an absolute beating, and then slap some good controls on it.
You'd have to put your. That's the thing. A little RC car. I mean, your $30 little one. Like I've got that little rebound. Something you can mount a camera to. That can just get places and park, because the stabilization would be an issue on any of those things.
No,
right?
Look at the stabilization on the newest 360 cameras. It is disgusting how smooth they are.
That would be really cool.
It is kind of gross. Like,
yes, COD kill streak. That's obviously the first thing I thought of, but less that. If it's a scenario game, you've got yourself a hell of a recon tool. And that's a whole unit.
I was thinking just honestly, just not even trying to get it involved in the game because what'll end.
Just for fun.
No, because what I'd be worried about is you put it into a game. I've watched people shoot drones out of the sky. So
That's the
somebody's going to boot your car into the woods.
Oh, absolutely.
And your camera is attached to it. So the $30 drone, whatever, $30 remote car, I don't care. It's the $600 camera that I've strapped to it that I'm now angry about. But what I was thinking was more of a content creation side of things where it's like, oh my God, we're so sick of your first person view shots. Give me something new. And that would be something new. Like mounting the mast to the camera is done. Nobody cares. You make, and I hate to say that so loudly, but like honestly, it stopped being cool 6 years ago.
Using it as like a smoke grenade would be hilarious.
You can
Again,
you can
just cruising
insert.
around, I think would be a blast.
You can insert electronic triggers into those smoke grenades. So you could set them off remotely. Like you could drive the car somewhere, like, and then fire it off.
I am seriously going to speak to Dr. Bong about this, and for the summer, because I think that would be kind of a cool, just for fun. Like it would be neat. Now again, you need something that's a little more rugged so that the it can take the impact, and then
what you'd need is you go out to Walmart and you get one of those stunt RC cars, the ones that are mostly made of foam, and then just swap out the internal, like the controls, like the wireless system. Swap that out, and you're done. Like you don't need and maybe put a bigger battery on it. It doesn't need to be terribly fast. It just needs to be able to take a beating.
Yeah.
Right. Like it doesn't need to look good. Yeah.
Well, depending on the terrain too, you might have to look at a suspension or something that can get through those rugged areas, because I think a $30 banger might not get through some of those spots.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes, it is outdated, and I still think the crotch cam is fire.
Here's the thing: is
I have said it.
PV. This would be a whole topic that I would go into, and I can with me, but I will argue tooth and nail. FPV. Whenever actually liked it.
Ooh.
What people were.
We're gonna leave it right. We're gonna leave it right there. Don't say another word, because I know you want to, and that's a great conversation. That one. I think that one we gotta. And the crotch cam again, 100% from the schmeckle to your face. That is the camera. That's the point of view you want.
It's yeah. It's but I think
a friend of the show, Steve Clark, sent us a little something sexy. Sent us. I bought it, but because Steve always has neat stuff.
What did you buy?
I ended up picking up another carbon fiber tank.
Oh, nice.
A nice one, and I think a Spire 3 or Spire 4.
Why?
It's Spire shaped.
All right, good enough.
Because you can never have enough rotors.
That's
and
true.
I keep breaking mine, and I keep saying I have to ship my stuff, but I got to ship my stuff to TJ, and I'll probably rebuild. I'm probably going to buy a third rotor just to have one for each, because I'm just going to have them tune all three.
And then afterwards, I want to show off something that I came across on my feed that I think everybody needs to see. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to go check it out, and I'm going to tell you where you can go.
Dr. Rush. Somebody did third-person videos.
So Dr. Rush had a 360 camera that was basically like it was like mounted to his back, and it went way back. Imagine holding the camera back here, back behind yourself.
Well, yeah, I'm picturing like third-person view.
Yeah, and so he did that. The downside to
Cool
that.
for creation.
No, it was really cool, and he also worked on a wireless system where he never had to worry about storage or running out of battery, and that he could also live stream it. He was working on a relay system where the camera streamed to a home base, and the home base was connected to the internet and then streamed up out to the internet, so he could live stream his games.
That's sick.
It was cool. The technology does exist. It's there. It's expensive. The relay stations are expensive. The problem is you could tell when he was playing, and I love the guy for his technical side of things. He's very, very technical and is very cool that way. But you could tell when he was playing that he could not get to places that he wanted to because there's a camera on top, like above his head and off his back.
Yeah.
He could not get tight into corners properly. When he walked through a door, the camera angle would do like this because he's like ducking down farther than he naturally should, so that the camera can get into the doorway. So it was really neat. It was a cool idea. However, it wasn't practical for paintball or even airsoft. It would be a really cool shot for like a cyclist. You know what I mean? Like if you know something like that, or something like a boat, like a car race or something like that. It would be really cool.
Keep it paintball related. Just strap it to a ref.
Yeah. So that could work. What I would love to see is, and this is the thing, is like there's as you and I both know, is that there is an extreme. There's not a thin line. It is a football field thick line between what you can produce live and what you can produce in post.
Oh, man.
So
yeah.
live, you're hyper limited. So people always kind of rag on Go Sports for not having. Oh, they didn't get the good angle. Well, they have 15 angles to pick from, and they can only show you one at a time. So you can't blame them for trying to watch all of the and trying to and pick the right one, right? Derek's got it right, is that the best way to get that third-person shot is to have somebody follow you. It sucks, but you need an actual dedicated videographer to follow you. I have seen some really cool footage done by Nightmare, where him and a buddy of mine, Tuna, they both played, they both wore cameras, and they borrowed each other's footage. So Nightmare had third person footage of himself because he was taking Tuna's footage, and vice versa when they switched back and forth.
That's a cool idea.
It was great. It was neat.
That's a cool idea.
Same thing.
Impossible to do with me.
Right.
As and
the other thing too, the hard part about this is, and I didn't plan on this becoming one of those like, here's the problem with content creation, kind of episodes, but
it's off season. We can ramble.
There's only so many videos I can watch of you shooting into the distance because the focal length of a GoPro is nothing. They don't see very far. Right? So it's either you've got a good field of view that looks natural, or you've zoomed in and you're shooting into a bush, and I know you saw somebody in that bush, and I know you hit somebody in that bush, but what I saw was you shoot into a bush, put up a bunch of Call of Duty X's, make the hit sound, and tell me you hit somebody.
And again, we're not throwing
shade. It's a limitation.
We're really not. It's exactly.
It's a limitation of technology. Now, where Alabaster Slim did really, really, really well with his first-person videos, his FPV stuff, because he was the one who really, really made it popular. He got up close and personal. When he hit you with that, when he shot you with the pistol or touched you with the rubber knife, he was within 3 feet of you. Every time.
Yeah.
He was not long balling. He would run into a room and just go bop, 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 bop. And you'd watch it. You'd see it happen because he is from me to this camera. Right? Just
the
bop,
guy
bop, bop,
I
bop,
would
bop.
have loved to have seen follow around was that Merchant of War at PRZ.
See,
That one video of Buddy laying there shooting, and he walks up right up behind him, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And he surrenders him, and he's got a case, and he was going to do something.
Yeah.
But that's the video I want to see, because him just randomly appearing was fun. Like,
Except
again,
you'd end
it's
up with a
good
video
content.
of 10 minutes of him just walking and nothing happening.
Again, post
And then him.
content.
Right, exactly. You
I
got to
think
edit
that
the hell
would
out of
be-
it.
That would be cool to watch.
Mark Muzzerall's comment is coming in. The issue with filming paintball for viewers compared to other sports is that there's no ball or puck to follow. You have to follow 5 guys shooting at 5 guys. Yes and no. Here's where I get the confusion. You're comparing paintball to a sport like hockey, okay? Paintball should not be compared to a sport like hockey.
It's like I knew you were going to be here, baby.
It should be compared to a sport like MMA.
Oh, that Russian boxing where they get like a team of 5 guys and against 5
Right.
guys.
It's
Gang
you're
fights?
not.
That's
You
awesome.
don't need to see where the paintball is going to enjoy watching a game of paintball, because the point of the game, the actual purpose and the actual goal of a game of paintball is to get as close to the buzzer as possible or nail the buzzer. So don't watch speedball thinking, I'm going to watch these paintballs fly through the air and hit people and break, and those people are going to be out. What you want to watch is more of a technical sport of watching a group of 5 people go up against a group of 5 people, or 3v3 or 10v10 or 7v7, whatever you're watching, and watch how the team moves as a single organism while also being able to watch one individual player who puts themselves in an interesting position. Off the break, it's really fun to watch everybody because it's a practiced and synchronized movement. But then as soon as they get out there, suddenly you're watching the snake player because he's belly crawling and he's moving fast and he's past the 50. Or maybe you're watching the Dorito side because this dude is snapping back and forth and he's moving quickly between the bunkers. So then you want to watch for that.
Again,
you don't need to see.
It doesn't lend to live watching unless you're really into it. It's when they were doing those broadcasts and they edited it and they re-showed it. I think that's where you're going to get. I hate to say this, but again, I don't hate to say that's a lie. I love pro wrestling. That's how you do it. You create the artificial drama. You edit it together. That's how you make people pay attention. You still broadcast NXL games and let that stuff go.
Yeah, but you don't need to fake it or script it with paintball. Not like you do with WWE.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? Because if you, as long as you,
I don't know if they've done a focus group, Wolf.
I guarantee you they haven't. I highly doubt they've done that. We would have heard about it. Somebody would have told us they were part of a focus group. Or
there's a whole conversation going on about Dynasty in the chat, and I'm loving
that's
it.
because Dynasty is currently dissolving. Because they finally lost, and everyone was just like, oh, all right, well, time to get off this bandwagon. So Derek's saying for live speedball, you really need a lot of well-placed cameras, someone who really knows what they're doing, controlling what cameras to cut to, and the commentators need to be in the same page, and all that costs a lot of money. Yes and no. Here's the main issue to that comment.
Again,
yes, you need the cameras and the angles, you need the commentators, and you need the people who can do angles. There's not a human being on the planet that could get the right angle of a game of speedball every single time. Some points are 5 minutes long. Some points are 7 seconds long. You don't stand a snowball's chance in hell of getting the right angle every single time. Hell, half of the time, if you watch a hockey game, they're not showing you behind the net. They're not showing you ice level shots. The camera is 2 stories in the air with the ability to zoom in and out incredibly fast. Right? So you're not switching cameras back and forth. Watch a hockey game, and you'll notice you're not getting camera angle, camera angle, camera angle, camera angle. You're getting one camera angle, back and forth, and then after the goal, they snap to a replay of showing you behind the net.
What was that team that we were asking that didn't show up at NXL? The Coyote Squad?
Oh, yeah, Coyote something. I don't know.
Someone remind us. That's the team to watch. No.
And yeah,
oh, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong to Coyote Force. That's what it was. To get you need those angles, but I think the angles are fine. I think Ghost Sports is doing fine. I think the issue we're running into, and it's not an issue, it's a symptom of the situation, is paintball is niche. It will always be niche. It will never have, you will never see players signing $10 million contracts in paintball. It will just never happen. It's too niche of a sport.
Don't say never. It's highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely. Right.
I will say highly unlikely, but never say never.
Right. Your chances of being attacked by a cow are never zero. You know, but yeah, there's so much that goes into content creation. I think paintball would really benefit from more highlight reel style exposure. Do it. So shoot all the angles and then pay an editing team to slap it together and get the highlights, and then you could have a good, proper, well-trained highlight editing team, 2-3 people, could probably have something done in a matter of a couple of hours. You could probably have the game at noon and have a highlight done and out by 6 p.m. So, yeah, so you can replay the guys getting bunkered and the snake runs in case the camera selection was on the wrong guy while it happened. Or what happens if two things are happening that's really awesome? What if Doritos getting the hell bunkered out of him and then suddenly Snake decides to jump the snake? You know what I mean? Like,
you do replay just like they do in every other sport.
Yes.
Companies to be on the same page, be able to show enough people understand the game. Again, you're nailing it.
Yes,
like he's nailing it. It is something that can be done. Like you said, it costs money, it takes time.
Right. Okay.
And you're right. It's a niche sport, but for those of us that
he's saying is you need to be able to show enough for people who don't understand the game as well to be able to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
No. Why do we have to teach them? Do they ever stop the middle? Do they ever stop the middle of an NHL Stanley Cup game to explain what offside is?
That's being facetious. We're not going to talk about
that. They say penalties.
Not in a Stanley Cup game, but if you're
they don't do it in any NHL game. There's not a single NHL game that gets broadcasted where they ever stop to explain the rules of hockey.
They don't stop to explain it, but they still bring the rules up. You still figure them out as you're sitting there watching. So yes, you don't need to break it down and make it simple. But if you're trying to show it, there's a difference between showing it live and showing a clip show.
Yeah, and well, that's why the clip show that they did produce was really good. That they took a minute at the beginning of it to explain the layout of the field and how the game runs. But but the commentators, their responsibility is not to educate people watching it of why something happened.
Not the guys that are calling, not your play-by-play guy, or play-by-play guys. That's your color commentator's job.
Right.
He's watching the plays and he's saying stuff. He's selling. He's your pitch man. That's your color guy. But your play-by-play guys, no, you're absolutely right. They don't have to.
Right. And that's what
the third guy, his job is to kind of.
Now, Derek is saying, he's saying that why I said commentators need to be on the same page is you need to be able to show enough for people who don't understand the game as well as to be able to understand what's going on, specifically regarding live broadcasts. But the people who are tuning into a live broadcast don't need to be told how it works. Now, what you can do is what they do with regular sports, quote unquote here, traditional sports, is when there's a break, so let's say between periods in a hockey game or at the halftime or between quarters in a basketball game or whatever, they'll talk about something that happened and they'll explain it and be like, why did this penalty happen? What is this penalty? You know, high sticking. What is high sticking? Why, why?
You'll never see an NHL player throw a puck at his teammate. I beg to differ. I would like to point out Tuukka Rask throwing hockey sticks at all sorts of stuff. By the way, those of you just tuning in that are hanging around on 97.9 CHSR in Fredericton, hi. This is the Maritime Paintball Podcast, and we're talking about podcasting in general. And actually, tonight we're actually having a paintball-related discussion, which I'm
for once. So stay tuned in. This is rare. He's saying you'll never see an NHL player throw a puck at his teammate. Absolutely not. But I do remember watching a game where the goalie kept kicking the net out of place and making them reset it because he wasn't happy with it.
Are we talking about Tuukka Rask?
Yes.
That's exactly something he would do.
He looked at it and it was slightly crooked. So what's he do? He boots it.
Ron Hextall. Take your ankle off. But yes, exactly. In the breaks between points, that's when you can kind of you're nailing it.
That's where it needs to be.
It takes big production.
Yep. It takes big production. It takes a lot of pre-planning. It takes a very expensive replay system.
In here, I'm gesturing towards it. ESPN talking about what they were doing was really cool. That's a great way to introduce people to the sport because that's what we need.
I like that.
We want it to grow.
Yeah, I like that. They explained it in the beginning. They said, this is the field. This is the layout. This is what each thing means. These are the basic understanding, the basic rules. Okay, let's get into it. Because you can't stop in the middle of a game to explain any of that, right? It does take money. It costs a lot of money, and those systems are not cheap. They're commercial. They're high-speed systems. We're talking like not your standard solid-state drives from Staples. We're talking high-speed systems. It's just that there's not enough real money. Now, there could be. We got companies like Hertz sponsoring NXL, so we could see it grow. It could get bigger.
Very cool.
From what I heard on the other podcast, they did have a hour-long episode for ESPN if they wanted it. That episode they did was clearly a test. It was clearly a pilot. They wanted to see what the interest would be like. Airing it at 1 a.m. it was a little strange. And then Tyler referring to a Greenspan whipping a pod at his back player cup when he fucked up the play. Oops, sorry. Sorry.
Direct quoting.
Cannot be held responsible for reading a direct quote.
I apologize. Wasn't me. Haha. Referring to Greenspan whipping a pod at his back player.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen the chillest of homies in the pit lose it. We've seen it.
It's not the CRTC I'm scared of.
They won't physically come in and thump him.
Yeah. But the program manager might. I would love to see that. Like, again, that's the stuff I'm talking about. That if you record that and you get the before and after and you splice it in, you've got a Lucha Underground thing going here. Right? Like that's the thing is there needs to be. The live will always be appreciated, but they need to add more, which again costs money. That's the main issue, right? Like, at the end of the day, it costs money. Like, when you go to look on YouTube and you're just like, oh, sweet, okay, so I missed NXL, but they uploaded a broadcast. I'm gonna go look at it, and it's like 4.5 hour long broadcast. It should not be a 4.5 hour long broadcast saved to YouTube. It should be streamed as well as downloaded, and then every match could be cut up and posted. That would be cool. I would be happy with that, because then I can go and see each match, right? Like, and I can go watch it afterwards. That would be phenomenal.
Break down the entire point. The entire round, like the point, the whole.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. So, like, if you go and watch, if you go to YouTube, hold on, let me just.
I know how it goes. Like, when you watch it, it's a single video, and it's each, like, as the teams rotate, you need them split up so that you can watch just Dynasty, just LA, just them in that specific game. I see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's I upload the 20-minute points, not the 4.5 hour long broadcast.
Yes, but
speak of the devil.
Go Sports this.
Speak of the devil. Major League Paintball posted 10 hours ago. Dynasty highlights NXL World Cup 2024. That's a video on YouTube right now. It is 25 minutes long. Damage highlights NXL World Cup 2024. That was posted 1 day ago.
Wow.
And then the one before that is the Pro Paintball NXL World Cup Sunday 2.5 hour stream. So
somebody over there is cutting up the footage.
Slowly but surely. They just need to be faster. That's all.
It's hard.
It is hard. No, 100%. It is harder. That's almost when you need to
10,000 monkeys will eventually
create a podcast.
Shakespeare.
No,
they won't. It doesn't take 10,000 monkeys. It takes two of us.
Takes two.
And
it's true.
Barely do that.
They need. They almost need to hire a third party, like an actual editing company, like a production company. Somebody who this is all they do all day, every day. We're talking about people that are like, you know what I mean? The people that when you watch them and how do I word this? When you go to look at a tutorial of software of some kind on YouTube and you watch the people who do it for a living and they don't touch their mouse because they've hotkeyed literally everything to their keyboard. Or like watching a StarCraft player play back in the like when like competitive where they don't even touch the mouse and
Oh.
they're just like right.
My buddy Wiz was like that.
And then 15 seconds into the match, they give up because they missed a single keystroke, which means they lose. Right? So that's what you need.
And then you know what they do? They don't whip a pot at their back guy, but they whip usually a bottle of like a pea bottle or a
Balls energy.
drink can.
The
Balls
blue glass
energy.
bottle.
That was studded.
It was studded. Yeah. Or you break the keyboard across somebody.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God! Yes, all nighters at the gaming cafe.
yeah. So need to write an AI algorithm to cut together paintball highlights. Yeah, good luck with that, champ.
When you do that, it'll just self-delete. It. My God, is this all that I am?
What is
And
my
just
purpose?
to cut paintball videos together.
Footage. I'd rather
Oh my God!
I would rather get the butter. That's a deep cut joke.
Oh,
If you don't know, you don't know.
Oh, mercy.
So we're about 38. We're at 38 minutes in. We got about 22 minutes left to talk. Let's chat. We are almost to Christmas. So there is something that I came across my feed that gave me the idea of like we should talk about what people hope they get from Paintball Santa. I found something I didn't know I wanted until I saw it.
What's that?
So let me show you. Let's us
I'm
present.
wondering where you were going with this tonight.
Oh yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Will that work? Not now. Piss off. Sorry. There we go.
I'm trying to think, what would I want under the tree from Paintball Santa?
And it's got to
Do
be.
I want, or is it something practical?
No,
What's the parameters here?
I don't know. Whatever. What do you want?
What do I want?
Doesn't have to be practical. What I'm going to show you is definitely not
I
practical.
want my mask.
Right? I feel that. What I'm about to show you is not practical. So let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna share a screen.
What do I want?
Yeah. So check this out. This is from Christian's Customs.
Oh, yes.
Now that looks really cool, right?
Yes.
So-
I could do without the clears on the bottom, but that's
Right,
a
I
me
know.
thing.
It actually kind of works with the clears. Now, what everyone's been talking about lately is buying the clears and dyeing their masks, right? And Christian's Customs, he's been doing a great job. He dyes masks, he dyes lenses, which I'm really intrigued by. He does it all. Now, this, though, that's metal. That's copper foil. That he is actual, like the super thin copper foil that he's added an adhesive to the mask, and he's literally put the foil, like decorative foil, onto the mask. That is actual metal. And I was like, man, that is dope. Like, I love that. That is so cool, right? Let me show you another one.
I have to back out. We'll explain. Just mute me. I've got to do something. Something's come up.
Okay. There, I muted him. Let's take a look at this, though. Let's show this off. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That, ladies and gentlemen, is 24 karat gold glued, like adhered to a mask, to a paintball mask. That is 24 karat gold on a paintball mask. That is amazing. I did not know I needed it until now. So, I know how he did it. It's not easy. Clearly, I'm going to mess up on my first try. That's okay. But I'm absolutely doing something like this with my mask. It is so cool. I love it. So that would be amazing to get. So that's, okay, so how well would it hold up? That is a great question. I don't know. But I feel like I don't take enough shots to the face on a regular enough basis for it to bother me. And for how easy it is to reapply where it breaks, Like if you get hit and a chunk of the metal, if the foil comes off, I feel like you could clean it and then apply a new layer of the metal for how often it happens. Doing something like that would require some upkeep, absolutely, and I think it's worth it. So I really, really want to try it. So I have the ProFlex at home. I've got the blue and black bandana ProFlex. Don't get me wrong, I like the blue bandana look. I am legitimately thinking of trying to find some blue decorative foil for that. Now, I don't think. Hi, Tom.
It's one of those things.
Okay. Do you want to see what we were looking at?
Thank you for muting me. I had to go work.
That's fine. Do you want to go see what we were looking at?
No. You can show it to me after. We're not gonna suffer these things.
Fine.
Okay, you can show it to me if you want
Okay, cool.
to.
You saw the
As long as it's
copper
not
one,
your
right?
swang.
You saw the copper
Yeah.
one.
You're gonna show me a gold one.
I am going to show you a gold one.
I hate you.
And it's 24 karat gold. It is 24 karat gold that man has adhered to the mask. So I am going to go to Michael's because I was saying it's not easy to do, but it's not impossible to learn. And I've got the blue paisley. I've got the blue bandana mask. I don't mind it. I like the blue. I'm not a huge fan of the bandana look. So I might get some of the glue, some of the adhesive, and I might do a blue foil. And I was saying, because Derek said, how well would that hold up? And I thought, you know what? I don't really get hit in the face that often. It happens, but it's not that often.
Really?
And for how easy it probably is that once you're good at it, that you could quickly clean up the damaged area, wipe it down, clean it up, add new adhesive, just put the foil back on it when you get home. Obviously, it's not something you do at the field, right? It can't be that difficult. Also, I'm sure there's probably a clear coat, maybe something that you could apply to it, but it seems really cool. So I'm thinking like that combined with like...
He nailed it.
All I could think of was the Need for Speed Most Wanted BMW M3 GTR. Silver foil with a blue would be right. And I'm thinking like you can go a step beyond. It doesn't just need to be the nose piece. I have a black lower, so why couldn't I foil the lower?
I'm gonna just buy a banger JT, and I'm gonna just do it in gold and black. I mean,
right?
It's gonna look awesome.
With
But
real gold.
Honestly, I want my white and black with my yellow and black gator. Oh man, that looks so nice.
Don't mind me. I'm currently going to Michael's website right now to see if I can buy that gold foil and see how much it is.
I'm so annoyed. I have to go on the road tomorrow morning.
Oh, that sucks.
After my kids, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna be another one of those like not back until 9 o'clock nights. Thank God they're
tough,
taking
man.
the boy.
Those are tough. Oh!
Part of the job. What's up?
That can't be right.
What?
A single 5.5 by 5.5 inch gold foil transfer sheet. No, that can't be right. Gold leaf, that's what I'm looking for right there. Okay, we found it. We found it at Michael's. Trying to get the price on it. We're looking at about $18.
Okay, hear me out.
Stretch vinyl. Oh, could you wrap a mask?
I am willing to put the money up for a ProFlex if we want to try this.
I'll do it on my own because I know I can clean it all off.
I mean, yeah, if you want to, you do it on your own. But if we manage to make that 24 karat gold leaf, I'm going to beat you and take your mask.
Bro,
So
25 sheets that are 5.5 by 5.5 is $18.
God.
I've got myself a winter Christmas, like a craft. I got myself a Christmas craft.
Yeah, I do.
And-
Yeah, I've got mine too. So
And
Mhm.
I'm thinking I want to look into how easily it is to remove it. Because if it's super easy to remove, then every
Interchangeable.
couple of months you get yourself a new color.
a vinyl wrap, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and vinyl stretches, right? So there's some cool shit happening. That's pretty neat. So
That's a
Christian's
pretty cool idea.
Customs is the one that I found that on. They're so full shout out to them for showing it off and being like, yo, check this out. This is super cool,
I think that's a really cool idea. I really like it.
right?
I love that your immediate thought is to promote him, and then you're like, I'm going to do a knockoff version of your idea. His is obviously going to be better.
Oh, definitely,
But
100%. Like if you need
they
a
are
custom mask,
professionals.
this guy does.
I'm gonna-
Like he dyes lenses with decals built in. He dyes the full mask. He's on his Facebook. He's got.
I've got a beautiful jersey that Intensity hooked me up with. I've got a beautiful mask eventually that's going to show up. I'm going to need a backup the way I go through them.
Yep.
I'm thinking my gator. Yeah, I'm thinking 24 karat and black and gold, baby.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Paintball is all knockoff ideas. True
Look,
words.
if there can be a
never
million
been
headband companies, there can be two dudes. And besides, I'm not looking to sell it. Christian's Customs is selling it. You buy from him. You want somebody else to do it for you, you go to Christian's Customs. That man will do it for you. Me, I'm going to just steal that idea and do it poorly on my own mask. There's a clear difference.
poorly on my own mask.
Right? Or maybe I'll go to Moncton and be like, yo, Josh, can I borrow like 3 paintball masks? I got to try something. And practice on his. See what happens.
Laugh. It'd be actually. I'm thinking it would look mighty cool.
I think so too. I think it'd be really cool. And I'm looking into like, are there different types of like,
Then with
Leaf?
the bling.
the what?
The strap bling.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. Listen, you are 2 steps. Like I'm talking vinyl somewhere, like purple vinyl somewhere on there. A bunch of gold, purple vinyl, and then you need to make it scented.
Ooh, that could be done with, hear
Like
me
a
out
cologne,
now. What you
and
do,
then Xerxes will show up,
right?
and
You could do, okay, so you could do scented masks. That's quite easy. You could just get like a little bit of felt and stick it to the inside of that and put a drop of like essential
God,
oil.
what smell would you put in your mask?
You know what? I would put
Listen,
like,
the essential oils crew would totally gang on that. Like, I get it.
yeah.
I get
But
that.
I'm
That
thinking
would
like,
be
I don't want essential oils though.
They have scented
I-
paintballs, and they are awful. They smell like bananas, and
Yeah,
that
it's
was the
not
worst
good.
summer smelling paintball ever.
Yeah, no.
Terrible.
What I want though, like, is like if I'm gonna put like a scent inside my mask so that I get like a fresh scent every time. I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, you gotta do like menthol. It opens up the airways, makes you breathe better." I'm like, no, man. I want like,
Does.
whatever.
Habanero,
No, I want
Scotch bonnet.
I want like whatever Axis got out late, like ice fighter jet or something. You know what I mean? Like I want like the sportiest scent I can find. Because if I'm gonna go try hard, I've got to rock Axe. Like,
Apparently, Keith tried to call us, and our radios are down again. 'Cause the phone didn't ring.
that happens from time to time, unfortunately. Let me test it.
We apologize, Keith.
Let me test.
Mask sent to cover up how bad you smell, but everyone else still smells the stink.
Yeah, why not? I don't care what anyone else smells as long as I smell good. I don't care.
Axe is the best scent remover. It is cheap cologne that fades out after 20 minutes, and it masks any smell. As a matter of fact, I once
Phones work.
gave a little container to TS for his cigar smoking habit in his condo. It was terrible. It smelled like a locker room. Hello, you're on the air.
No, no, because I did that. I tested it. The phone rang. So Keith, try calling back. So AJ's saying, what's going to be the 2025 thing? Headbands have been flooded. Is it crazy custom masks? Yes, hopefully. Headbands have been flooded. The market is completely saturated with them. But if you want to get into the business and you want to create your own headbands, do it. But I would love to see some other stuff happen as well. So,
good luck somebody usurping my cat customs.
We are working on a project to hopefully help with that. So we'll see. We will see. So, folks, we are.
Someone tell me what kind of sunglasses some fancy paintballer wears. I'd like to know.
I don't think any of them really wear.
They all wear pit vipers, don't they? And I'm not buying.
No, well, there's pit vipers, but they're blenders. Blenders was always kind of involved with paintball. So
I don't know what blenders are.
It's just a sunglass company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just not a great one. Stuff's decent.
Well, we're never getting.
But
I mean, Oakley will sponsor anybody.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, Oakley will sponsor anybody because I'm pretty sure they sponsor Lance Stroll, and if they sponsor the window liquor, they will sponsor us.
That is such a polite way of putting that. I love that.
I'm wearing Ray-Bans, but I will be gone with these and wear my Oakleys. But if you sponsor a window liquor and he's a fellow Canadian, you should be sponsoring us.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Which part? That or that Lance Stroll licks windows?
All of it, honestly. Keith, holy hell, man. I can't read that on the air.
Yeah, please don't. We're not too late. We're not answering the phones now.
Yeah, we're not answering the phones anymore.
You can call on our Christmas episode.
Yeah, Christmas. Are we doing a Christmas episode?
Well, we are. We're releasing something for Christmas Day. Remember?
We are. Yes. So what do we know?
So
we'll be on the air next week. Oh, and then you know what though? It's Boxing Day. Now Boxing Day we're busy, so taking the days off. So yeah, Thursdays nothing's happening.
Yeah, the prince is going up to visit the grandparents, so he'll be gone for a while. So I'll actually be able to do something New Year's Eve.
Explorer's asking about the Xmas episode. We're going to put out a short little video. It's going to pop out for Christmas. Don't you worry about that. But an actual Christmas special, we didn't do one this year. Just between me getting a new job and just things being a little bit chaotic, it just didn't work out. So,
everything's chaotic with us, but that's okay because
I think things are settling down now, though. Things seem to be getting...
Things are starting to settle down, and soon enough, the season will be back, and I will be out and about again. I'm like...
the baking episode. That was an absolute garbage thing, but we should definitely do that again.
I mean, listen, my kitchen is like right over there. It wouldn't have been hard for me to just put the camera in the kitchen and hang out and just like stand and lean in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You can totally do that.
Mm-hmm.
At least this place is good for that much.
I mean, yeah, and then my place is the same thing. We can easily set a camera up in my spot. And
yes,
film.
But it's a lot louder at your place.
Yeah, I mean, we could always arrange to have everyone sent to grandma's for a couple hours at the very least. So make that happen.
If you're going to have everyone sent to grandma's for a couple of hours, you're not going to invite me over.
True. We'll figure something out. We'll make it work. I'll come down to your place. That's what we'll do. I'll bring the equipment.
Indeed. I have a hide-a-bed now.
Ooh, fancy. Oh,
moving on up.
Moving on up.
East side. Oh, man.
Just boom. Oop, Jesus, sorry. I spiked that hard. Yeah.
Blah.
We are. What do we got? We got, oops. Oh, yeah. 5 minutes.
Macaroni and cheese with diced hot dogs, deep fried, and a tasty beverage. Keith, that sounds...
You know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Nothing wrong with that at all. You know what? There's been days where I've just kind of like been at work and decided that I'm going to have a toddler's dinner, and I will go home and I will make chicken nuggets and french fries. And I will fight anybody who says that that's immature.
I like my chicken nuggies.
Right? Exactly. The only thing though is I can't do the whole like, oh, just like dip them in ketchup. I can't do that. Anyways, on that bombshell.
And on that bombshell, talking about chicken tendies.
Yeah.
We're out of here.
We are out of here.
Thank you very much.
It's been a blast. Thanks so much. We got some cool ideas. We're definitely going to work on some neat stuff. Keep an eye out. Hopefully in January, we're going to have some cool stuff coming down the pipeline. Yeah, keep an eye out for the Christmas episode. And check out the Discord. We're going to be streaming more to the Discord in the sense of like gaming and whatnot.
I'm just start hanging out there.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Stalker too.